Hey there, how you doing today? It's Papaya out here, and if you're watching this, then you're interested in learning those quick muscle contractions that are gonna get you to shed the fat, tone up, and feel darn great in just a few seconds a day. Now, I wanted to ask you, have you ever set a goal and within the week, within a few days, you forget about it? Especially when it comes to your health and fitness goals. You set a goal, you have a dream, you have an intention that you set, and you just forget about it. Well, this happens to most of us, and this is why it's important that you have an accountability and a support group. Now, you can do this yourself, but it works way better if you have people who are holding you accountable. Now, being the self-image architect and helping people to reach their dream bodies in a few seconds a day, it doesn't exempt me from this process because I have my own goals and my own dreams that I want to achieve. Now, if you've been watching this, you will know that, if you've been watching my videos, you know that last week I made a video and I was not impressed by the foods that I ate the day before, the day prior, and how violently my stomach acted. My stomach just was not having it. And I didn't feel good about myself. I really felt like I let myself down, especially having gone a long period of time not ingesting certain foods. And I'm not going to go into detail just because it doesn't really matter. It's just everyone's body is different. So those particular foods didn't sit well in my body at all. And so because of that, it was a great reminder. I was not impressed, but at the same time I was motivated and inspired to really take up my health and fitness to the next level. So that's what the video was called, and I really encouraged everyone to join me in really stepping it up. Now, what I discovered over the week, and this video is it's an accountability video, because I have a buddy, Jordan Lindo, and Jordan, we were out last night at a party, and Jordan brought up the question. He said, how is it going? How is your all liquid diet going? Because that's what I said. My intention was to just drink liquids, just to be on a high content, water content diet. And so I told him, I said, you know what? It didn't happen. And that's what I'm going to reveal today, because I'm not going to pretend that, hey, I'm this almighty health warrior and I don't make any mistakes, or I don't go through my own struggles as well, because I struggled this week. Having made that commitment to move from solids to just liquids was very challenging. Now, I tried it for the first day, didn't work. It did not work. I found myself right away going to the solids, and not only that, just loading it up with spices and salt and all the things that really get, and the herbs to get my taste buds going. And I did this every single day this week. Now, towards the end of the week, I started noticing, I started becoming more aware of what was going on. And I realized that I was addicted to salts and the spices that I put in my food. Very addicted to it, to the point where I actually would just go dab a bit of salt on some boiled chickpeas and eat it so that I can have that taste. So having gone through this week and really realizing how addicted, how attached I am to spices and salts, because, you know, traditionally going back to, you know, the country I come from, which is Ghana, there's a lot of spicy food that people like to enjoy there. And then coming here to Canada, being so multicultural, especially in Toronto, guess what? Lots of spices as well. So I've enjoyed spicy food throughout my entire life, and I enjoy it. It gives me satisfaction, especially in the winter when it tends to be cold. Now, it's the summer season now. It's really getting hot, especially today is really hot. And I'm not being drawn to that anymore. However, habitually and just through habits, guess what? I went to it habitually all this week to go to these foods these foods that I just dump the spices on. So lesson learned. Going on next week, moving on next week, and also with your diet and with your health, and if you are on this with me, if you made that commitment to step up your health and fitness, definitely share below, share your comments as to what you're going through, and shoot me a message and share with me what you're going through, and I'm going to be able to coach you and guide you through that. So for me, next week moving forward, I've realized that making that jump from solids straight to liquids is way too drastic for me. Now, not to say I can't do it. I can do it. There's no doubt. I have no doubt that I can do it. I know I can. I've done it before in the past. However, here's the thing. Right now in my environment, with my lifestyle where I live in the city, I'm really not feeling to do that. I'm not feeling to just make that drastic jump, because there's a lot of impact that comes with that in terms of body energy, the energy I have in my body, in terms of the cleansing that goes on, in terms of, you know, all that happening within me, all this cleansing, and then having to go out and be sociable with people and with my clients. That's not gonna work so smoothly, because it's just such a drastic change that I need time for myself to really go through that, to really honor that change and honor the process that's happening, so that I can be with it and in tune with it, and so that when I transform, I'm at a place where it doesn't feel so drastic, or it doesn't feel like I artificially uprooted myself from what I used to do. So moving forward, next week I'm going to give another update as to stepping up my health and fitness level and the accountability report. And I want to thank Jordan. Jordan, thank you very much for really calling me out. Not that I wasn't going to make this video, but I was. But really calling me out and holding me accountable. Holding me accountable to my word. And that's what it's about. And that's why I love hanging around with you, because you will call me out. So that's great. And I appreciate that. So moving on next week, if you haven't called yourself out, if you don't have people around you to do this, definitely get around me. Get around me. Get around my Wednesday workshops that I do at Trinity Bellwood Park. Come be with the people that are coming, because we're all in that same mindset. We're here to support each other in our growth, in our health and fitness, any way we can. So that's a great environment to come and get your support. This is the emotional and the mental support that really is required to break through those barriers. So that's what it is. Moving forward this week, I'm committing to myself. Now this is this is going to be interesting. It's going to be an interesting week, but I'm going to go about it playfully and not so rigid like I did last week and failed horribly. So, and it wasn't really a failure. It just allowed me to see what I was dealing with, like what actually I'm dealing with here. And getting off the salts and the spices is not going to be a cakewalk for me. However, I'm going to do it. So next week, I'm going to give you a report as to how many days out of the week that I was able to stick off the salt and the spices, and then how my meals look like throughout the day. Now, if you've heard me speak about how I eat, usually I don't eat till noon, and that's been consistent for a few months now. And I have one meal, and then usually I have fruits and veggies around that for the rest of the day. And then nighttime, my intention is not to eat past 6 p.m. That wasn't great at all this week. I found myself eating past 6 p.m. which doesn't work for me. So that's the goal. Here we go. Next week, the intention, what I'm setting, what I'm gonna make and create is that not gonna eat till noon. And then when noon comes, I'm gonna have myself a hearty meal. It's not going to be all water content or all just liquids. It's going to be more of that mono type meal, and I'm talking about, actually, I was going to say very little spice, but no spice at all. And I'm not going to go for the salts either. Now, if I do struggle with it, because I've gone through this process before, and if I do struggle with it, now I have options. So just off the top of my head, I can name sea vegetables. Sea vegetables, sea moss. These things are salty. Not sea moss particularly, but sea vegetables are salty. And so I can sprinkle some of that on my food. And that way I'm not getting that direct salt from the rocks that don't really assimilate properly with the body, but I'm getting the iodine from the ocean, the fluorine, which actually the body's able to uptake and digest and assimilate readily. So that's it. That's my goal. That's what I'm setting. What are you setting for yourself in terms of stepping up your health and fitness? Because as much as I can show you muscle contractions that's gonna sculpt your body to be exactly how you want, so that people are gonna admire your body when they look at it and want and be envious of your body. And not only that, you internally are gonna feel good. You're gonna get that energy and vitality to be able to perform at your optimal levels. As great as that is, we can't forget about the nutrition as well. So setting those accountability goals, setting those goals, holding yourself accountable, and that's what it's about. So thank you for joining me again. We're going to take this, we're going to bump this up to the next level with our health and fitness. It's going to be fun, it's going to be exciting. We're going to become more healthy and more healthy every single day, because that is what we are. We're evolving in our health constantly. And if you're interested in more of what I do, definitely go and check my website out, papayao.com. Put your name and your info in the box over there. You can get yourself a 3-video crash course that's going to show you how in 10 minutes, just 10 minutes a day or less, or you can do it more if you want, but in only 10 minutes, you can shed fat, you can tone up, get the results you want, and feel amazing to start off your day, or anytime during the day. If you want to do any of these movements, you can do it. So go ahead, go to the website, put in your name and your info, and I'll be sure to get that to you. And looking for it for this week, coming up on Wednesday, for the boot camp, for the brain body workshop that I'm holding at Trinity Bellwoods Park with Johnny Wabigon. We're gonna be holding this workshop, and come on down, come join us. I'm going to be showing you these simple muscle contractions along with the secret mental power that has to do with visualization. It's a 3-step process. I'm going to show you this, and it's going to absolutely improve your performance for the workout that we're going to do, and then also for your day and whatever activity you need to do, whether it's to have that conversation with your boss or a client, or just get to work and get that task completed. You know, I use a lot of this secret mental power when I'm shooting these videos to really get me into a state where I can deliver. I can just be myself and deliver. And the more I do it, the better I become at it. And that's the trick to the secret mental power. The more you do it, the faster you can implement it, and the better you become at it. And you're going to see the results instantly. So that's what it is. Thank you again. Go check out my website. Check out the 3-video crash course. And if you're coming down on Wednesday, give me a shout. It's going to be fun. We're going to have a jamming time. And I will see you in the next video. Thank you very much. Much health, much happiness, and much prosperity. Peace.